up, guys? Welcome back to Tiece TV.
Woo!
Today, I have my amazing husband as a special guest. Thanks for coming on
Not a
Tiece
problem.
TV, babe.
As she mentioned, I am amazing and I am her husband.
That is very true. That is very true. So, the reason why we are doing this video is because I really have been so heavy on self reflection. And my husband and I, we always have like really, really good talks together. So I was like, why not bring you on to Tiece TV today? So I'm glad to have you here, baby.
You look good.
Thank you, baby. Well, before we get into this video, please make sure you go ahead and subscribe to Tiece TV. And what else, babe?
I don't know this. I
You
don't
know,
like, comment, subscribe, and ring the notification bell.
good job. That was it. All right, do exactly what you said, okay? Because you never know when I'm gonna post, so make sure you hit that notification bell button. All right. Okay, let's go to get into it.
Nice.
So, I'll start off by asking you,
Ah.
how was your week? How was your week, babe?
How was my week,
Yeah.
boy?
Let me get comfortable. I gotta take my slippers off.
I had a very interesting week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to go into detail.
No, yeah. Yeah, you probably don't want to. I don't want to
I
right
don't
here,
want to go
but
into detail, but I had a very interesting week. A lot of things, interesting things happened. A lot of changes that are going to be happening. So yeah.
yeah, like what the things that happen, because of course I'm not gonna disclose on here, but like this week, how have you felt? I guess we should go through like a list. I've seen this before on a video where they talked about, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. So I guess we can go through those things. Like spiritually, how have you felt this week? And then we can go with me as well.
I'd say I felt maybe spiritually challenged, in a way. I think a lot of times it's a challenge not to handle like, and I guess natural. I mean, everything that we experience, most of it is natural. So it's a challenge not to handle natural events
Yeah.
in a natural way,
Yeah.
which is the way we I
Normally
think
would do.
normally or like out the gate want to handle things. It's just this happened this way. I'm gonna respond with the same energy or
Yeah.
level up a little bit. Up it as we like to say.
Yeah.
But I definitely felt spiritually challenged with a couple different things that happened this week. Just knowing that there's a certain way I should respond and there's a certain direction that I should go in, that we should go in, and just not to just not to respond or not to act the way maybe that I felt just out the gate, or maybe that you would expect someone to respond or act.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I totally feel you. I think this week for me, well, I guess I don't know if we might as well just go back and forth with how we both feel, but I think for me spiritually this week, I mean, I think I had a same week as you. Honestly, it was
Part.
yeah, it was kind of crazy, um, and I think spiritually, I think it was also a challenge for me this week, mainly because I didn't like take the time out to do my devotions. That's very important for me to do. Like if I don't do it that day, like today, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, and I'm not gonna lie to you, babe. I didn't even like talk to the Lord this morning.
I know you ain't talking to me.
Shut up. But and that definitely shows in like the way I act, the way like I think. Like I can definitely see a huge difference from when I actually do my devotions in the morning.
Yep.
Pray, listen to music or whatever, than when I don't. And because of like the challenges we faced this week, I didn't even think to spend time with the Lord. And I think that really caused like not just an impact on like the way I respond to things, the way I feel, but sometimes it makes me feel kind of bad that I haven't
You should feel
spent
bad.
time.
You should.
Oh,
You should feel bad.
that makes me feel great.
You
That
don't.
makes okay.
I'm
Thank
just
you.
playing.
But that's something that I do want to like work on next week though. It's just like no matter what happens, to make sure I get my time in with the Lord. But yeah, it definitely wasn't challenging. I honestly don't know. I feel like it's hard to like think about stuff like that when you're in the moment, like the stuff that we had to deal with, when you're like in it, it's kind of like you just kind of like forget the other things. I mean, like I don't if I don't know what's a good example. Like when a test comes, like you just don't think, oh, let me just like your first reaction is let me pray, let me read the word. Like at least it's not for me in this season, like right
It ain't
now.
for me either.
Like it should be though. It should be our first response, but like that's just that yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Not for you.
that be that. But let's go. Let's go
Yeah.
on. What? How do you like? Have you felt? I guess physically. We'll go with physically. How do you feel physically this week?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I would say physically I feel, I mean, fine. I think just because of, I guess, the type of work that I do and typically the way I handle things. I mean, I'm used to being up at all times of the night, working 2 days in a row without
Yeah,
sleeping or whatever. Uh, and
which
so
is crazy.
I think it's because I'm young. I'm sure I'll stop doing it in maybe 5, 10 years. I'm pretty sure I'll be over that. I'll be like, I'm going to sleep.
Oh
But
no.
yeah, I think honestly, physically, I felt fine. I don't think it's taking too much of a physical toll. If anything, I mean, I've had more rest. If anything,
Uh
I've had more rest since.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think for me, I feel fine, but at the same time, I just like I haven't done
Hmm.
like exercises and stuff like that. And you have something in your
I was
nose.
trying to get it for the last 10 minutes.
I got you. But you know, we both have not exercised in I don't know how long. I like started like I think when the time I had got COVID during
Yeah.
Christmas time, like I was like constantly like going on really long walks like for like almost 30 45 minutes almost. And
Hmm.
so to go from that cuz that really helped with just like of course me feeling sick. Excuse me. But it also helped when I just with like stress and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
like I just, I definitely didn't do any exercise or yoga.
Hmm.
Yoga is like definitely helped me, and I've been getting real tense in my neck and shoulder. You're supposed to give me a massage, babe.
When was I supposed to get you a massage?
Yesterday.
I don't remember that. I don't even know that.
You're supposed to give me a massage, but yeah, I definitely get a lot of tension like in my neck and my shoulders, and I know it's because of just built up stress and like
Hmm.
overthinking situations stuff like that. So I know it's that, but also just not keeping up with it too. Are you tired?
It's not me. Rocky keeps yawning. He's back there like sleeping. He's breathing heavy. Every time he does it, I do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, so I think physically, like I just like it's been so so. I think the things that's been going on it just like took a toll on like almost everything
Hmm.
with all the things that we're gonna talk about today. But I don't know. I mean, like, what would you, what should you start doing to help yourself physically? Because we already talked about you supposed to be going to boxing.
But say trying to say I'm getting fat. What do you mean?
No.
What should I start doing to help myself?
Ain't
Myself
nobody's
physically? I'm in great shape. Like
I didn't say you was, baby. But even though you look small, you can still have like other issues if you don't, eat the right things to work out. I mean, luckily we haven't eaten fast
I've
food
been
in I don't
I've
know how
been
long.
I've been eating what you've been eating. We've been eating the same thing for the most part.
Yeah,
Ah.
you brought home some of those cinnamon rolls things. Talking about
I only ate one though. They weren't even that good.
I don't even.
I swear the 5 other ones are still in there. They weren't that good. I didn't eat them. You can throw them away. I don't mind.
Mm,
Temporary lapse in judgment.
mm.
That's all that was.
I feel like we need to hold each other accountable because we don't.
We do.
With exercising, with exercising, babe.
Matt, look, it's hard to find time to like. And I'm not making an excuse, but it can be difficult to find time to go like and work out. You know what I'm saying? When you run your own business or when you're like an entrepreneur and stuff like that, and like you make your own schedule, it can be difficult to find time to do that. Because on the when I wake up in the morning, right,
Mhm.
I make like a list. Most of the time I write it down in my phone, but sometimes I just kind of make it in my head if I don't feel like it.
Yeah.
And it's usually like 3 things. I try to stick to like 3 main things for the day. It's difficult for me to put like priority wise. It's difficult for me to put like working out on that list. If there's like 3 important things, and there's typically 3 important things that I have to do every day. So
Yeah.
it
And
can be
working
difficult
out
for
is
me to
not
put
it.
like working out on one of those. if I had just gotten out of the hospital, they told me, oh, you're diabetic, you're gonna die if you don't, what I'm saying, yeah, working out, boom, top of that list, what I'm saying, I'm not trying to
Yeah.
die, but I'm for the most part, I'm pretty sure I'm in a pretty healthy condition. Yes, I can work out, I can beef up a little bit. Yeah, I'm sure my mile time has slipped since high school. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm positive, but but
Oh.
overall, you know what I'm saying. I felt like I've gained some, crazy amount of weight.
Yeah,
So
no.
for the most part, I mean, not saying that I shouldn't, but it just don't make the list.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, definitely. I don't think we're either of us are like in a position where health is like we're at risk or something like that, which is a blessing. And it's interesting that you say like every day you have three things that you focus on. And it's funny because I do top three too.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I'll write down the stuff and it's mainly like either social media stuff or like, cleaning up the house. I know I don't put cooking up there because it's either I'm cooking that night or I
I'm about to say, well, you
don't.
should.
Don't put me out there in Front Street. But it's interesting that you say like after writing those three main things down, working out is just not one of them. But like for me, I would okay. So I'll wake up in the morning, right, and I'll after doing my devotion and prayer, which I'm
Mm-hmm.
supposed to, but after doing that, I like write out my day. So like I'll like do it by the hour
Right.
almost. So like I'll section out. I'm supposed to be working out, and then either I'm cleaning up something or editing something or um, shooting something throughout the day, and then I'll clean up, and then I'll do cooking stuff like that. So like I'll write out what my day's gonna look like by the hour, and that's where I'm able to add in like the spiritual aspect in that day, and then the physical working out in that day,
Mm.
and then get my career stuff done and my wifely
So
stuff done.
you,
But oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so you bake your cake full of, stuff that's important to you, your life, and then you just sprinkle some Jesus on top.
No,
That's what I'm hearing.
that's not what I
Mm.
said.
Yes, you did.
Ah, I don't think so. But you made me figure out what I was gonna say, babe. Basic. Oh, and when I do that, like when I create the that whole like when I do my day and I stick with it. Let's say I stick with it for 4 days straight. I do
Mm-hmm.
exactly that. I do my devotion. I work out and then do all my other stuff. Stick to the schedule. I tend to get overwhelmed very easily.
Why do you think that is so?
I don't know, but I'm saying that to say because like you're saying you only focus on three things that you need to get done that day.
Mm-hmm.
And you typically don't do working out because it's just not a priority right now. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's of course
Yeah, it's important. Keep
it's
your health up.
important, right, but
Yeah.
it's not a priority. But to me, I like try to fit all the things I can do in one
You're
day,
just
if
gonna
that makes
stuff the day
sense.
full of stuff.
I mean, not saying I work out every single day because I don't plan on like I maybe like work out 3 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't say I do it off. I don't do it every day, but I try to pack in
Here's
the things I need to get
here's the
done.
way I think about that, right? So I like to relate everything to like some kind of analogy. That's just the way I see things or whatever, right? If you put just enough gas in your car to get to work every day, you know what
Mm.
I'm saying? God forbid that you have to sit at a red light for too long,
Mhm.
or your mom calls you and she needs you to stop by real quick to bring her meds or something like that. If what I'm saying is if anything doesn't go exactly according to your plan, then you won't make it to work because now you're out of gas.
Right.
So I'm saying I just focus on those big three things that I need to get done that day, and
Mhm.
not honestly in any particular order. I think typically I try to do whichever is easiest first, just to get the ball rolling.
Right. Right.
But I just focus on the three big things, and I leave room for life because it's life at the end of the day. Like I leave room for me to get tired and not actually feel like doing something, or
Yeah.
I leave space for my wife to all of a sudden need more attention than she usually needs. That happens. I leave. You have to leave
So.
space for. I'm not saying you have to, but I try to leave space for things to happen because at the end of the day, things happen. If you've planned out every minute, and I know some people who do that and it works well for them, but for
Yeah.
me, if I plan out, and I'm a pretty like flowy person, I just kind of go with the flow. Not necessarily go with the flow, but I'm pretty like nonchalant and relaxed about.
a
about
lot
most
of
things or
stuff.
whatever.
Yeah.
Not lazy, but like if something doesn't go according to plan, I'm real quick to be like, I mean, cool, we'll do it this way instead, or cool, I'll push this to
Yeah.
tomorrow and do this today. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty like that or whatever. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm kind of unbothered about stuff like that. But if I feel like if I plan out every hour of my day, I'm just asking for something to not go according to that plan.
Yeah. I think that's what happens to me. Like I'll be quick to freak out if I don't finish
Yeah.
that particular thing. And like sometimes I'm okay with, going over time or something like that. I can understand that some things maybe not planned exactly how I want it to go, whatever. But yeah, I try to be as organized as possible, and it does help me like keep focused, like stay focused for the day. Because I notice when I do that,
Even
I'm
if
able.
you are not. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But I stay focused for the day. But like I don't know, I feel like with both of our plans, honestly, I feel like
Mhm.
they both can be flawed. I feel like
I don't see the flaws in mine. Go.
really?
Please go off. Go
I
ahead.
mean, like think about it, babe. Like think about it.
Uh-huh.
You just said that you would only, not you would only, but you would do your top three things for the day.
Mhm.
Most of the time, it's not working out,
Right.
and most of the time, it's probably other things like car issues or like stuff around the house, whatever, right?
Mhm.
So like, if you always putting that thing off, you'll never get to it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm listening to you. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Or like for me, if I'm always consistently trying to fit a whole bunch of stuff in that day,
Right.
then I'm just gonna be burnt out and won't
You're
be able
right.
to
So
get
there's
to.
probably a balance we need to have because that is something I do that we've been talking about.
Yeah.
I'll if it's not in that top three, then I'll completely I'll completely disregard.
Yo, I'm sorry, I
I'll
gotta say
completely
this.
hold on. Let me finish. I'll completely disregard it until if it's not on the top three priority, I'll disregard it until it comes top three priority. And if it's something like the house or like taking out the trash or something like that, the point at which it gets on that list is the point at which my wife is like screaming at the top of her lungs, like, "Oh my gosh, you've been saying you
I'll
gotta
be
do
screaming
this."
at you. Don't
But
tell me I'll
I'm
be
like,
screaming at
in
you.
my head, you're screaming, you know. so maybe I'll add a fourth thing. I don't know, or maybe I'll add subcategories.
Yeah, cause man, I'm telling y'all, we had to get our backlight
The
on our
tail light.
car. The tail light on
Yeah.
our car has been out for months.
Yep. And it was not making that list. It
And
just wasn't that
and
important.
what's funny is that he went to buy the light yesterday. It's still in the
But I
car.
thought I had the tools in the car to fix
Man.
it.
But that's what I'm saying though, like
Mhm.
if it never gets on your list, like if it's never a priority, then you just never gonna get to it. Like you're always gonna constantly have something because you're your own boss, right? You have your own business, so you're gonna always top three things are gonna probably be business related.
Usually.
Usually.
Sometimes I put like date night or like love my wife on there.
Yeah, but that'd be like list of like fours and fives, like top
No,
three.
sometimes I put it on
Top
top
three,
three.
I'd be up there.
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes I don't have nothing to do that day. Sometimes I'm not doing nothing today. Top three is
That's true.
Xbox.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I hope I made.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, sure.
But yeah, I just feel like there has to be a balance with both of the way that we plan our days and stuff like that. But I don't know how we got to that. Oh, we talking about physical.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's go to the other one then. What was the other one? I guess emotional. What have you been like this week emotionally?
Um, I don't emotionally. I mean,
Be honest. The people
I'm
out
I'm being
here,
honest.
the people out here on
When am I
Tiece
not honest?
TV.
When have I ever lied to
No,
you?
I'm just yeah, I know, but I feel like sometimes men don't be quick to express
Yeah,
their
but
feelings.
they're not built like me.
Ah, very
Emotionally,
true.
obviously from the main thing that happened this week or whatever, I was a little emotionally like a little what's the word I'm looking for? A little jaded. You know what I'm saying? I felt
Yeah.
a little like
I feel like people in the comment section are gonna ask us what in the heck
yeah,
happened this week
and
because we just keep saying yeah, well the thing that happened this
and they
week.
might, and that is none
None
of
of
your
your
business.
business.
but but yeah, obviously emotionally I felt, what I'm saying. But honestly, I feel like I don't want to say got over it, but I feel like I kind of like, recovered quickly from it. I typically don't like to let things bother me for too long, and everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
So
I think that's what I like about you, that you do like you'll be quick to like you'll get upset sometimes. It's very rare that you'll be very like angry or like super frustrated or stuff like that because you really don't allow things to like get to you
You know what I'm saying?
very easily.
Try
And
not.
I admire that about you.
Wow, thank you.
I do because I mean somebody could accidentally throw a toothpick in my lawn. I'm just like, oh, like I'm just like over it or like, man, I don't know. It's I hope I'm not super loud on this mic. Testing 1 2. I'm not super loud y'all on y'all
You
ear.
talking about testing one too, like you were in
Right.
headphones. You can't hear it anyway.
I know. I'm sorry. Yeah. You're very. And it must be like a man thing though. Well, generally, I feel like
I think yeah, generally men are
men
more
are
level-headed than
yeah, they just like
women.
don't get so emotional. Well, if they do get emotional, they're quick to like
It's a
kind of get over it.
or there's a good reason for it.
Yeah. How is that possible? Like what goes through your mind? Or I guess I say your mind, but try to speak for all men if you can. But like what goes through your mind when you have like when you feel those emotional like feelings or whatever, and then you just like get over it after the same day or a couple of days, or like how do you do that so quickly? You know what I'm saying?
Um,
Like what's your
here's I think a big thing for men. One for me, most of the time it's not that serious. It just isn't. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, most of the time it's just not that serious. But two, I think women are allowed a lot more space to be emotional. I mean, obviously, women and men they're just kind of built like that, generally speaking. But
yeah.
I think men aren't allowed, and when I say allowed, I think we can't afford to be as emotional most of the time, generally speaking, as women. And I say that because typically, obviously, it's a new day and age. But for instance, the way our relationship works, I'm the one who primarily works and pays the bills and take care of things, like housewives or whatever.
Right.
I can't sit in the bed and cry for 2 days. You know what I'm saying? Because that's
Right.
that's that's money that's being lost. I can't afford to get so upset at work that I go off with my boss and then I'm fired. You know what I'm saying? That's not
Right.
that. Those things are like that's things that we can't afford to do because of the weight sometimes that rest on our shoulders or whatever.
Yeah.
I think sometimes women, and like I said, every situation is different, but sometimes y'all can afford to you know what I'm saying, just you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
y'all can go off, generally speaking, y'all can go off, you know what I'm saying, on on another or a man, for instance. Y'all can sometimes go off on a man or whatever,
Yeah.
and
We
there'll be
kind
no
of.
repercussions. You could throw a drink at him,
Yeah.
curse him out of court, and go home. I can't curse no dude out and throw my drink in because we're have to fight. That he's gonna try to hit me. You know what I'm saying? That's not something I can afford to do. You
I
know what I'm
feel
saying?
you.
And if there's a lot of situations like that where y'all, I feel like a lot of women, y'all are allowed a lot more space to
Hmm.
do that kind of stuff. Whereas men, it's like, okay, though, like you got, you know what I'm saying? Like get
Yeah.
it together.
I feel you on that. I think there is some truth in what you're saying. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comment section below because I'm sure I have more females following me than I do males. But you guys let me
Mm-hmm.
know what you guys think because I feel like yes, that's true. You know, there are a lot more repercussions when a man like will be upset and like show it, whatever, or maybe take too long to kind of get over some things than women do. But there are a lot of women
Mm-hmm.
who are bosses and who
Yeah, for
just,
sure.
you know what I'm saying, who like are kind of like the same thing. They can't afford to stay emotional because they have to, you know, because they're business owner. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know
But
too
I
much because I'm not
But
a.
I think that you'll notice, in my personal experience, that those women in those kind of roles
Hmm.
are either they're better at dealing with their emotions or they're better at compartmentalizing it. And what I say is that like what I mean by that is like, they're not gonna go off of work. They're gonna wait till they get home and
Hmm.
then scream, you know what I'm saying, or do whatever, you know what I'm saying. And I've met some women that are, they don't care either way, you
Right.
know what I'm saying. But yeah.
I just feel like that can be.
You disagree with me?
No. I just feel like for a man or a woman to have to. Well, of course, there's a time and place for everything. So you're not gonna be at work or in front of a client, whatever, and you're just gonna be like showing your anger or like cry or whatever, all that good stuff. But I feel like for like you just said earlier, if I can remember, I think you said something along the lines of like you basically just get over it because you know you have to go, you have to work, you have to make sure you pay the bills in the house. Like you just
There's more
can't afford.
important things to do.
Yes, right. But do you think that eventually like are you really over the situation, or are you just like you just don't want to emotionally feel it or be in that moment too long because you know you have to keep going. Like, do you think that can eventually cause more weight? And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, am I
yeah, yeah.
making sense?
I think definitely for sure. I think depending on how you're handling it, I think it can. And I think there's two different I guess scenarios when it comes to that. There is some things where it's like I don't have time. It needs to be dealt with for sure, but I don't have time to deal with it right now. Like if I've got a huge project going on or whatever, and let's say we have an argument or something like that, and I've got something going on, I've got like a deadline that's got to be done today. Chances are I'm not gonna sit and argue with you for 2 hours. I'm gonna go do what I gotta do, and you might be upset about that.
Right.
But at the end of the day, one of my priorities is making sure that the bills are paid and house taken care of. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and hold off on it for that period of time until I get this out of the way, and then
Yeah.
we'll come back and we'll talk about it and we'll solve the situation so it's better next time. So there's
Right.
that, and I think the important point to make is that like you are gonna go back after you ignored it. You are gonna go back at a more convenient time and readdress the situation.
Yeah.
And there is a second one, whereas it really just isn't that serious. Like I know there's things between us two, where like you'll be tripping out over something, and I'm like, and I try to take it seriously if you take it seriously, but a lot of things it's like, bro, it's just not that. It's not that serious. For example, how much did that thing cost? The rabbit thing.
They don't know nothing about the rabbit thing, but
Maybe like 60.
probably like yeah, total of 40.
Probably $40.
40.
Okay, so we
Yeah.
just built this little enclosure in the house because we wanted to bring the rabbits inside, right?
Which
Funny
you guys don't know about yet, but it'll be a video on that.
Got it. I'm not gonna go too
Hopefully,
deep. I'm not
yeah.
gonna go too deep into it. Long story short, we built the enclosure, right? Maybe like a day or two after we finished it, um, we found out that the rabbits could jump out of it. They literally just put them down
And
and
it
they
was
hopped.
so upsetting.
She hopped right out of it. She didn't even touch it.
Ugh.
Like she just cleared it. You know what I'm saying? Just nice little vertical right over it.
I was waiting for it too. I
And
thought it was
so,
gonna happen
yeah, I figured it was gonna happen.
eventually. Yeah.
And so we had spent like $40 and we built it. So you know what I'm saying? Like that was time, energy, and money that we spent making this little thing for these ungrateful little bunnies, just for them to hop.
Well, just one ungrateful little bunny.
Just for her to hop right out.
Yeah.
And she was like, makes no sense, yada 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 yada. And I'm like,
I was so pissed.
yeah, I'm like, it was $40. I mean, whatever, we'll figure something else out. You know what I'm saying? To me, it wasn't that serious. But to her, it was like, not only did we waste this money, but we wasted this time. You know what I'm saying? And that's true. But to me, it's just like, lesson learned. We'll know next time. You know what I'm saying?
Because that hurts my feelings. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That a pet itself would jeopardize the I don't even know. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know why. I mean I know women in general are more emotional than men in a lot of cases, but like I don't know why things just make me so emotional. Like I get really emotional. I'm sensitive. I'm a sensitive person.
I know you are. It's okay, baby.
Oh,
it's okay.
I really am. I just don't understand.
You know what I think another...
I'm like, I'm hard. I want to be hard. You know what I'm saying? My thing bouncing. I want to be hard. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's not about being hard, though. I don't consider myself being hard or like...
yeah, but I want to be able to get over stuff quick. Because, the Lord says, cast all your cares. Well, at least the Bible says it. Cast all your cares. You know what I'm saying? So I want to be able to, like, freely just, like, shake it off and let it go and keep going.
I think another big thing, and this goes either way with men or women, I think another big thing is...
I gotta fix my bun.
I think a lot of people... And this is something that I think that you have struggled with a little bit in the past as well. I've done a lot better with. But I think a lot of people sometimes have issues recognizing patterns. And because of that lack of awareness, I'll say it's easy for some people to get stuck in cycles.
That's true.
For instance,
That's true.
I had this friend, a long time ago I had this friend. I'm not going to disclose her name. But I had this friend. And she was a pathological liar. The girl didn't even know she was lying. She just lied about everything and for no reason. Stuff that didn't even, like, I just saw you. And you saw me see you see me. You know what I'm saying?
You saw me see you.
I saw you.
I saw you
made
see
eye
me,
contact.
see you see
and
it.
I watched you do it.
Mm-hmm.
And you still gonna lie to me. Like it didn't even make any sense. You know what I'm saying? So for me, yeah, we can still be friends, but I know I have an expectation that she's gonna lie. She lies about stuff, and I think a lot of times we have unreasonable expectations for life, and it should be things that a lot of times the situations and things that we should see coming.
Yeah.
So, for instance, if I ask her a question and she lies about it, and I later found out that she lied, I shouldn't be an emotional wreck talking about, oh, how could you? You lied. Oh, you lied to me. You know, and I'm in tears. You know what I'm saying? Common sense. I should have known when she said it. There's a 50% chance that she lied about this. I
Right. So
think
why get upset in the
so.
first
Why
place?
get
Yeah.
upset?
I feel you.
You should already know. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of times, like I said, people just have issues recognizing these patterns in ourselves and just in other people and in everyday life. If the job you work at fires people every 6 months, you should know when 5 months
Yeah.
come around, you might want to start looking for a new job. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They're gonna start firing people around around this time.
Yeah. That's crazy that you say that because like, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do a video like this and like hopefully more in the future because like self-reflection like I said has really
Yeah.
become a huge part of my life because if I don't self-reflect or if we don't self-reflect how will we know?
How you ever figure this stuff out?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, like you just won't be aware of yourself. You won't be emotionally intelligent. You won't be, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you can be, but I feel like just by reflecting on your
Hmm.
day, your week, you know, things that happen, like it's just a lot easier for you to figure out what's going on, what's the root, what's the issue, stuff like that. Like for example, and I told Carl this, and I'm a little bit embarrassed, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Um, one night I had to so I think you went out. No, you had to work all day. So I think
Hmm.
you had to work on something at the house and then you left to go shoot something and you didn't get back till like super late.
Hmm.
And so and during that day I was just chilling basically all day. I was
Hmm.
relaxing. I was probably watching TV, whatever, probably I don't know. I was just chilling basically.
Yeah.
And so I remember the kitchen wasn't cleaned,
Hmm.
and when you got home, I like cleaned up the living room or whatever, and then I went into the kitchen, and I was like, and Carl's responsibility in the house is like to clean the kitchen after
Hmm.
I cook or whatever. So when I saw that the kitchen wasn't clean, I like got upset. I was like frustrated. I was like, ugh, darn, the kitchen ain't clean. And so I was getting ready to clean the kitchen because you know he was sleep. He was getting ready to go to bed. So I was getting ready to clean the kitchen. I was so upset that I was like, you know what? Forget it. I'm just gonna let it go. I mean, I'm not gonna let it go, but I was like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just too mad. And I went to take a shower or whatever.
Hmm.
Got in the bed and I was like, okay, let me do my self reflections. I was so upset, y'all, to the point where I was like
She was
mumbling
mumbling
stuff in
under
my
her breath,
breath,
and I
like.
was finna get up. Mind you, I'm tired, but I was finna get up and do it because I was like, maybe I should have cleaned the kitchen before I left. Whatever. But when I heard mumbling, I was like, I
I
don't care. She can mad.
know.
I don't care.
I
She mad to the
know.
morning.
I know. I'm doing better, babe. I'm doing better. But I say that to say so like I was real deal upset and so I went to go do my self reflections that night because this is something that I started doing. So I started typing away and I was talking about my day and then I was, basically going through the whole thing and I talked about the scenario of the whole kitchen not being cleaned and how I got upset. Literally after or while I was doing my self reflections, I realized, yo, Jatisse, you was at home all day, wasn't pretty much doing anything. Your husband worked all day, even though it's his responsibility to do the kitchen. I had plenty of time to do it myself.
Mm.
And if I would have prioritized, you know what? If my man working, I might as well go ahead and clean the kitchen too. Or at least not get upset because he hasn't done it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But if I didn't do my self reflections, I would have just been pissed at you because you
Until the
do the
morning,
kitchen,
because we would have
right?
talked about it. I would have reflected for you.
Right. Right, but like real deal though, that's like a every not it's not an everyday thing with us, but I'm just saying people go through their lives every
Yeah,
day
and
being
never
mad at
look
other
back at
people.
themselves.
Yeah, so that
Yeah,
was a huge smack in the face for me because I was like, dang, if I didn't take the time to write that out, I would have never known
yeah,
that I got upset really for no reason. And for a man that's like, what I'm saying, taking
yeah.
care of me, paying the
You know,
bills, what I'm
and
saying?
and a lot of times, I think this happens so often And I think at
What you about to
least
say about me?
no.
Oh, whew.
You know, I
This is
think a
great.
lot of times we go through different relationships, different friends, different people, different cities, different states, different jobs,
Yeah.
and it'd be like the same issue that keeps occurring.
Yeah.
And we're like, why do people keep doing this to me?
Right.
Why do they keep treating me like this? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm a good person. Why do people keep doing this? I think obviously if you did switch states, cities, jobs, and friends, and
Right.
it's the same, and people keep what people keep
Doing the
people
same thing that you're
friend,
complaining
people
about.
keep thinking your breath stink. You know, it might be your breath. You may need to look yourself in the mirror or smell
Right.
your own breath and be like, oh, the issue is me. And
Right.
a lot
It's
of
not
people will
people.
never realize
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And then when your good friends try to tell you, you mad at
Excuse
them.
me.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let me not say y'all, cause we mad at them, thinking like, oh, now they just trying to, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Well, really, the issue be us, and we can't see
Yeah.
it because we refuse to look at ourselves.
Yeah. That's very true. That's
Yeah.
very true. Like I think I think that's something that I was like um just reflecting on. This even before I even knew self reflection was a thing. Like last year, like I knew just by other people, and you know,
Mhm.
because I used to work with a few people, and I just used to be around a few people who would play victim all the time.
Mhm.
And so I would literally be like, okay, so I myself don't want to play victim. Like I want to make sure if something happens in a situation where I feel like I was wronged, I want to make sure, was there something I could have done better?
But you
You know what I'm
identify
saying?
what it is that
Yeah,
you could
I'm
have
gonna
done.
identify what the issue was, and because I don't want to just be, I just don't want to blame other people when it's
Yeah.
when it's something I clearly could have done
Right.
better. But yeah, but that's crazy. That man, self reflection really, it it's important. It
Mhm.
really should be, like you said, you do it every day. I really feel like people should do it every day, and we probably have a better world.
Right.
But anyway, I'm not trying to be like a whole what is it, a pageant queen over here talking about something. Let's save the world by doing self reflections. But all right, let's do one more. I don't know how much time we got because I have like a whole timer, guys, so we don't go too far.
7 minutes and
Okay,
20
cool.
seconds.
See, you talking about some 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh my
It sounded
God.
long to
It
me. I
did.
ain't gonna lie.
But
You
you
got it.
talk, you
Okay.
start talking. Um, all right, mentally. Let's talk about mentally because we did
Mhm.
physically, spiritually, emotionally. Yeah, mentally. Mentally, how are you?
I think
You
we
didn't have to be.
covered
You didn't have to do like this week. You can be just
just how am I mentally.
yeah.
Well, I think I'm an intelligent young man.
Ah,
You know what I'm saying? I think I'm pretty
I
stable
can't stand you sometimes.
mentally. I think good head on my shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Just covering the basics here.
Mm.
What do you mean by? I think it's hard to sometimes differentiate mentally from emotionally. Maybe for
Why?
me,
Why you say that? I'm just
they're
curious.
because they're. I mean, your emotions are what derived from your mental state. I guess, right?
I mean, yeah, but I think when I think of mental, I think of like your thought process, like the way you perceive things, or like for me, for example, mentally, I would say that I've been more aware. So at the forefront of my mind, I think of like how can I say this more clear? Like how can I be more clear about,
Mm-hmm.
because lately I just been, or not lately, but just in general, I've been talking to people and or talking to you, and like you be trying to understand what I'm saying because I can't even talk clearly sometimes. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
I feel like
I
right
think
now
it's
that wasn't even clear.
just to bring y'all into this. I'm a very literal person. I typically say like exactly what I mean word for word.
Very. Oh my God, that was a struggle in
Yeah,
our
especially when we first
relationship.
started talking. Jatisse is very
I'm very.
the opposite. You know,
Yeah.
you pretty much. I wouldn't say pretty much, but I find myself a lot of times trying to interpret what she means because the words that she uses, the the actual denotations, the definitions of those words don't not line up with what I think
Yeah.
she's supposed to be trying to convey to me.
I think when I talk, I'm trying to be more like, I be using imaginary type stuff. Like I just be like,
What?
I just be like, I just be like, I don't know. I can't. Not saying I can't. Let me not say that. I'm not a literal thinker.
Hmm.
I realize that I don't like exactly what I say is exactly what I mean. I think a lot of times I don't even know myself what I mean, like what I'm trying to say.
I'm glad we have that on
Oh
recording.
my God. Boy, the sense camera, sorry. I mean the remote.
Like,
I said
it's
remote.
okay.
You know
See
what I'm
what I'm
trying to
talking
say. See? Jesus.
about?
But I think, I mean, honestly, okay, so like I was brought up
Hmm.
um not being able to think for myself as an independent person. I was always dependent on someone else. Fro-
I'm sorry, but from just our experience and what we've talked about, I don't think you were not able to. I think you didn't have to because it was always done for you.
That's what I'm saying.
But you said you weren't allowed or weren't able to.
I'm okay. You got me confused. You gotta say that again.
You said that you were brought up not being allowed to think for yourself or not able to think for yourself. I'm not exactly sure which one it was, but what you're insinuating is that like you were disallowed. You didn't have the capability, or someone
Gotcha.
wasn't letting you
See,
do it.
this is what we're talking about right here.
But it's not that
Okay.
they weren't letting you do it. It was just done for you, so you never developed the skills, or you never felt the need to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I could definitely get said it differently. Well, I guess okay. So basically, I was brought up like. See, I'm trying to think.
I want to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm trying to like. I've always either couldn't speak my mind and like be clear on how I felt and stuff like that. I mean, I could have, but it really wasn't that it wasn't accepted like that in my family. Like
Right.
it wasn't like nobody really openly communicated. I mean, the most that I communicate with my family was through letters. You know what I'm saying? So I would like write stuff down and don't even don't even that's probably why I have some really great writing skills. But I think because I used
Connecting
to
with your light skinned viewers right now.
shut up. Yeah, I used to write letters. Me and my mom used to write letters to each other in the same house. It's crazy, but that's how we communicated
Right.
whenever there was like a huge issue in the house or whatever. So I think because I grew up not really like being able, because your family is different. Like y'all was outspoken.
different.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
gonna say
Y'all gonna say what y'all feel, and you mean what you say type thing. But like for me, like because we wrote letters, I had time to thoroughly think about how I feel and put it on paper. When you're talking to someone face to face, you got to think about that right in and there. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not like you're going to give me 15 minutes to conjure up some stuff in my mind to like
I
be
want to
able to
know.
convey that to
I
you.
want to know why you just said what you said.
Exactly. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So like that's something that I had to develop and learn, because man, I'm telling y'all right now, like in the beginning of our relationship, it was so difficult because every time I would say something, Carl would take it very literal, and I'll be like, well, that's not what I meant, because
That's what you said.
that's not what I meant, because like I guess I was like, I was talking from how I felt instead of being like saying exactly what I feel. And I guess that, like I said, it just goes with I just needed more time to think, because I wasn't able to learn how to be quick to think when it comes to having difficult conversations, which is why I run away from difficult conversations a lot.
Yeah.
But it's not, I do it. I'm a lot better now, but that's what I mean by mentally, where have you been? Because like I said, right now, I've been conscious. I've been more aware of like what I say. Sometimes, of course, it does slip, like it did earlier probably in this video. But like I've been more aware of like, okay, before I say this, does this make sense? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking more like, you know what I'm saying? Stuff
Right.
like that.
Yeah,
But,
I got you.
but yeah.
I got you. I still think, and I definitely completely understand what you said, but I still think for me it's harder to separate, I guess,
Hot.
mental from emotional. To me, it's still the same thing, because typically the way I think about it is the way you feel about something comes from your perception about it. You know what I'm saying? Which is, for me, it's all kind of like one of the same. It's all mental
Yeah.
to me. But if there was one thing I would say mentally that space that I've been in is
Like, what you been thinking about, babe? I'm sorry, I just cut you off. But what you been thinking about?
that's all the time we have for
Oh my
today,
God.
folks.
All right, we'll just do like a couple more minutes and then we'll.
I got you. Lately, what I've been thinking about, I think that's been mostly on the forefront of my mind, is you, for one, trying to. I'm like not necessarily a workaholic, but I'm very I can be one very, I guess, like one track minded, or like prioritize like my work, not just because it's important to me, but I actually enjoy what I do. So a lot of times I'll wake up, you know what I'm saying, and be like,
Work.
Work.
And I love that because, I know for sure the bill's going to get paid regardless. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, the house going
But
to
you
be
tend to
taken
be
care
like,
of.
it's
But I be
supposed to be
like,
date night,
yeah, you know what
or
I'm
like
saying?
when you go come, you know what I'm
You know
saying?
what I'm
Spend some time
saying?
with me.
Shoot.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't,
So
be,
that's what
don't,
I'm
don't
trying to.
forget me.
Right, I'm trying to make sure that I balance. That's a good way to say it. I'm trying to make sure that I'm more aware of my balance when it comes to that, and I'm not just working all the time because you know what I'm saying. Work is obviously it's important and it's good, but if my reasoning for working is to take care of our family, if I don't have no family to take care of because I don't spend no time with my wife, then it all just kind of falls apart.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, this is important. This come first.
Yeah, for sure.
This come first, baby.
What comes first? You come first or I come first?
We both come first to each other.
You nasty.
Ooh,
You sick.
come on now. This is a family TV show.
Well, those who are too young to understand are too young to understand.
Okay. Anyway, I think we're good for this video. Thank you so much, baby,
Absolutely.
for coming on
Just
my show.
dropping by.
Why come somebody come on my
Coming
show?
on my show. You
As if I stop, man. You play too much. Come on, we gotta be clean.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you for being
joining you today.
Thank you for joining me today on Tiece TV.
Not a problem.
It's funny that my channel has like before I used to like do a whole bunch of hair stuff videos and like fashion stuff and just vlogging, but like I like the way that this is. Like I like being able to have more conversations on my channel like this. So you guys let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like, how did you guys feel about this video? Because I plan on doing some more like this and adding some other people.
For sure.
But we won't tell them that, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you did. But go ahead. Go off.
Yeah, I did. Yep. Just did that.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, babe, again.
I just don't want your lipstick on me. That's what, not the lip gloss.
Right there. That's all I wanted. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys for joining us today. If you've made it to the end of this video, thank you. And make sure you don't leave here without subscribing and hitting the post notification bell button, all right? So we love you guys. Definitely watch out for more content. Watch out for more content coming soon. And please follow my Instagram as well because I have some fire content coming there as well. We actually are about to do a shoot right now so we can get some pictures, because my husband, in case you guys don't know, my husband is like the #1 best videographer.
I'm a world-renowned photographer and videographer.
Okay.
Based here out of Orlando.
In Orlando. So, yes,
Hold
he's
your
like...
applause.
You're dramatic sometimes. No, okay. Anyway, thank you guys again, and until next time, we'll talk to you guys later. Want to give them? Well, you don't get to kiss them. You don't get to kiss me. You kiss me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Wasn't gonna do
All
that.
right. All right. Talk to you guys later. Until next time. Bye.
Son of a...
You all right?
Yep, I'm fine.
All right. I'll let you pray.
I said I'm not repeating it.
I know, but I just want you to pray.
I'm not praying. It's your video.
No, go, babe. Pray.
Father, I pray that your teeth will pray. Amen. Now take it away. He's waiting.
Maybe.
He's waiting to hear from you. Don't keep the Father waiting. I'm preparing to hear a word. Well, guys, welcome back to Tiece TV. Today, what are we talking about?
Jesus, forgive my...
Don't start off to pray and talk about Jesus, forgive me.
Thank you, Lord, for this time, God. Thank you for this day. We pray, Lord, that you would just be with us, God. Be in our conversation. Be with the viewers, Lord God. And I just pray that this video will impact some people. And I pray that you will just speak through us and to us and allow us to, I don't know, Lord, just move how you want to move, God. And we thank you in advance. We love you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. That's the word.
You play all day.
I'm not playing.
Don't look at the camera. You're looking at the camera.
No, I'm looking at you.
Give me a kiss. I give you a kiss.
No, that's fine. Thank
Okay. All right. 3, 2. Are you ready?
I'm
3,
ready.
2. What's? Stop!
I didn't do anything. 45 minutes. Go
I
ahead.
don't want to go past that.
Yeah, me either.
You play all day. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. You put that over there. All right. What? Oh, 3, 2.